How do I download Windows 10? As it turns out, Windows 10 is easy to download directly from Microsoft. Now, I can never remember the URL, but I can in fact remember my own article, Where Can I Download Windows? If you scroll down in that article, sure enough, there's Download Windows 10 here. That takes me to the Microsoft page that has the download. Create Windows 10 installation media is what we want. We'll go ahead and download that tool. Once it's finished downloading, we'll go ahead and run it. After I give permission, I'm going to go ahead and minimize the browser just to keep the distractions to a minimum. It'll take a few seconds to get a few things ready, as it calls it. I'm not exactly sure what it's doing during this time, but other than, spinning the little circle of balls, but it does take a few seconds to make this happen. Naturally, there are license terms and notices that you, of course, should read. I'm going to accept them all. It will continue to, quote unquote, get a few things ready. What do I want to do? I want to create installation media. I do not want to upgrade this PC. I'm already running the latest version of Windows 10. There's actually nothing to do. What we'll be doing is creating an ISO file. The edition, the language, and so forth are just fine. If you want to do something other than what your current PC has, you can make different selections, but for me, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I want an ISO file. This is telling me where do you want to put it. I'm going to rename this ever so slightly and call it Windows 10.iso. This is going in my Documents folder. And this is where it will take a few minutes to go ahead and actually create, download, assemble, put together the actual ISO file that you can then use as installation media. Now, to be clear, an ISO file is nothing more than an image of a DVD, if you will, or even the USB installation stick. It is as if you had the actual media as a separate physical thing. Instead, you have an ISO file. And you can use that in several different places. I'm downloading it now because I'm going to go off and set up a Windows 10 virtual machine in a few minutes. But you may need this for any number of different reasons. One of the most common things to do with it is, in fact, to burn it to a DVD or download and create the USB version of this so that you have bootable Windows 10 installation media that you can use to repair or otherwise examine an existing Windows 10 installation. Now, you do need to be careful in situations like this. If you are running an OEM version of Windows, as I happen to be, then this generic Windows retail version may or may not work for you, or it may or may not have all the drivers you necessarily need. But it does have things like recovery tools and repair tools that you can run after you've booted from the media that we're downloading. I'll go ahead and let the rest of this progress complete in high speed. We'll fast forward through it, and we'll come back and take a look at the file that it creates. And we're done. As you can see, it's listed the location and the file name that I've created in my Documents folder, Windows 10.iso. It gives me the option to go directly to a DVD burner, but I don't need to go there, and in fact, I don't have a DVD burner. So I'll just hit Finish. And to confirm that, we're getting what we want here, if I go over to my Documents folder, you'll see there is the Windows 10 ISO. And if you take a look at its size, you can see it's just under 4 gigabytes, which means that it theoretically should fit on a DVD as well as a USB stick of 4 gigabytes or greater. But that's it. That is a Windows 10 installation disk as downloaded and created directly from Microsoft.